Alright, we are on the play here in match 4 of this league with Chart and Shoal Delver. Speaking of the namesake, we're going to keep. This hand looks pretty fantastic. Misty, Fetch Shock, Visions. Don't know if we want to fetch out an island. I suppose we could bobble the opponent in an attempt to find out whether or not we should fetch out the island. I actually kind of like that idea. Cryptic Command, we are shocking. On the other hand, Cryptic Command could signify they're on Blue-Red Breach, which plays Blood Moon. Think I want to shock? I don't actually know. We don't really want the Thought Scour. Do I like having basic island? Third land. How good's that? I mean, I see a non-zero usage of it. I just don't really want it. And we've got nothing left to do, so pass it over to the opponent. Draw a mystery card off of Bauble. It's a Snapcaster Mage. Scalding Tarn. They drew this Cryptic. Oh, that's the new Cryptic. Ooh, look at that. That's Iconic Masters, correct? I believe so. We found a Steam Vents. We can't play around them having Spell Snare, so I'm just going to play into it if they do have it. Shock. Goyf. What do you got? Goyf resolved. Step 1. Step 2 is for the opponent to not have a Roast or a Flame Slash. Either would do. Looks like they're on Jeskai. I mean, them not having a path would also be nice. Stubborn Denial is pretty good, especially given that we can Denial and Scour to ensure that Ferocious gets turned on. We're going to swing, and I think we're going to see Chart of Course do a thing. And that's pretty exciting. Using Chart of Course here means we can't turn on the Denial, which is certainly something. Then again, we end up with 7 cards in hand, and that's something as well. Do I want to have 7 cards? I think I want to have 7 cards. 6. I can't count. Had to play the land too. Whoops. Oh, are they going to counter this? That makes a good bit of sense. Logic Knot? I could see a Logic Knot. Looks like it's a Logic Knot. Do we let that resolve? I think so, because that turns on Denial. That seems alright. Little laggy there. This is a 4-5. That works for me. Chart of Course got Logic Knot out of their hand. That's good. That's something. What do we got? Visions is fine. So, our opponent has Cryptic, Logic Knot, and so far has not gotten a red source, which I'm a little suspect of. We're not going to Scour here because I want to have Denial up. Second Denial is really good if they don't have a Verdict. I'm getting a phone call. Let's pause. Alright, so what are we going to do here? I think we start off by attacking. Hopefully that minute I was on the phone doesn't come back to bite us. That would be unfortunate. We're going to get in for 4. Pretty unlikely the opponent stops us from getting this particular attack in. Supreme Verdict could do a pretty good job of stopping us from getting future attacks in. We can Snap Visions, we can Visions. I kind of like having both Denials up. On the other hand, I also like casting Visions. I guess Worst case scenario, we just scour ourselves on their end step. It's not that bad. I don't love it, but it's not that bad. This looks like a blue-white control deck. I did check MTG Goldfish while on the phone. Do I want to hold up double denial in case they have double path? I don't think so. Think I want to just get this Thought Scour out of my hand. They might pick a fight here. They didn't. That's fantastic. Goyf grew because we milled a Goyf. Looks like an upkeep path. I guess there's an argument for that. I don't love it. Prairie Stream basically confirms blue-white. Do a lot of blue-white lists play Prairie Stream? Where are the lands? There are the lands. Prairie. Apparently none of these. Cryptic. We knew about that Cryptic. Let's bounce it. Red probably less handy than green. Bounce it. Let's counter it. They're bouncing. Bolt. An amazing draw here because we're going to do this. Knock them down to 4. Pass. Have Bolt, Vapor Snag, Denial, and then Snapcaster Mage something back. So I dare say this went well. Here's a Gideon. Let's try to stop that. We succeeded. Think I want to use this Bolt because it's unlikely they can stop the Bolt and the Goyf. They go down to 1. Let's play this land. See if we can finish them off this way. Paying costs. Snapcaster Mage to block. We're just going to do we Vapor Snag that? I'm going to board out this Vapor Snag, so yeah, we're going to snag it. That's fine. They lose a life. Bam! Look at that. Vapor Snag for the kill. They scooped. They couldn't let us have Vapor Snag for the kill. It's fine. It's alright. I don't mind. I can live with it. Okay, do I have a plan for blue-white? I don't. Ooh, that's awkward. I have a plan for Jeskai. That's a very different deck. Alright, how are we going to board against blue-white? EE can hit a lot of their permanent-based removal. Things like Detention Sphere. Can also hit Gideon. I like that. Mountain is good. Get it off path. Nux. Huntmaster. Huntmaster. Revelry. Hit something like a Spreading Seas. The aforementioned Detention Sphere. Blood Moon's pretty good against them. Think I want 3. They do run a lot more basics than most decks. How many basics? 5 islands, 3 planes. In every list on MTGO recently. And paper events that MTG Goldfish catches. That's only 11 decks though, so that's not a big sample, but still 8 basics. That's a lot. The main job of Blood Moon is going to be turning off Celestial Colonnade, making Cryptic bad, making Supreme Verdict bad. It's highly unlikely we cast them out of their conservative spell. We moon them out of their conservative spells, but I could very well see the opponent, not being able to cast a Verdict with that on the table. Don't really want these sweepers, not expecting a lot of artifacts. Dismember is something I would have in the main deck that would come out in exchange for Blood Moon. It can get Gideon. That's a consideration that I don't think I've thought of before. I don't want Flash Freeze, I don't want Rejection. What are we cutting? This is gonna be difficult. What do I usually cut against, say, Jeskai? Thought Scours. Looking for inspiration. Vapor Snag. Some Bolt effects. Probably 3. 3 Bolt effects. Okay, 3 more cards. We got this. Kind of want to board out a Mandrills because I'm expecting a non-zero amount of Graveyard Hate. What Graveyard Hate? Most lists apparently run 2 Rest in Peace. Alright. 27 seconds to board out 2 cards. Snare looks good. Our cards all look good. Okay, 1 Shoal. Try to go a little more for card advantage. Maybe it's just another Shoal. How many of these? We have very few ones. That makes Shoal kind of bad. Let's cut more of these. Don't know if that's what I want, but it's what we're going to try. Up a game. That is good. It's certainly going to be harder to take this on the draw, but I have high hopes for us. MTGO is a little laggy right now. I'm not positive why, but I did notice a non-zero amount of lag. Hopefully our opponent is actually clocking down and we're not just not properly connected. That would be quite unfortunate. We've got one land, but we have a billion threats. You know what? We're on the draw. A single land unlocks Tarmogoyf. We can cast Delver. How greedy am I? They play Path. I'm greedy enough on the draw, I think. We're gonna try it. This might be the worst keep I've ever kept. We're gonna find out. Well, get there. Pretty sure I want to get a Steam Vents here. That's fine. Just gonna stop it from being so jarring. Play this Delver out. Relic's gonna make the Goyfs and the Mandrills probably pretty bad. But they're gonna have to crack it sooner or later, so that's okay. I wanted to get Steam Vents first, so that if they go for something like a Spreading Seas, we can always get a Stomping Ground off of this one. Savage Knuckleblade. That's gonna make Spreading Seas pretty good. I'm gonna play this. In for one. And slam a Tarmogoyf. They're probably going to be able to manage our graveyard just fine just by tapping this relic. The opponent fetching out a basic almost immediately suggests to me that they're playing around Blood Moon quite wisely. So that's certainly a consideration going into Game 3. We might board one of those out. Gideon's gonna be a problem. I imagine that's gonna look at Delver. Did look at Delver. Steam Vents not going to get revealed. So we can play Knuckleblade into a Supreme Verdict here, which feels pretty bad. That's a plus, right? That's annoying. Don't think we have much to do besides attack the Gideon, which is really quite bad. Especially, well, I mean, they're just going to Relic regardlessly. They could Relic their own graveyard. Makes Logic not a little worse. Am I willing to play out the second Goyf? I don't know. Don't know how relevant that is. Puts more things in the graveyard, potentially for Mandrills. They won't be able to Verdict plus crack Relic. So that's actually not that bad. Let's play this tapped and cast this. Not sure if I should be holding up Mana Leak here, but I feel like I don't bother. Breeding Pool. Well, we can haste out a Knuckleblade. The thing is, that Knuckleblade almost certainly gets pathed immediately. Then they Relic their own path. The Goyfs will do nothing. Delver's doing nothing. That feels kind of bad. I want to play this tapped. I'm really hoping to see a Verdict soon so I can start slamming these two. It technically doesn't matter how much loyalty Gideon has, besides the fact that it's going to be a huge pain to remove another land. Jeez. That's fine. The opponent's missing land drops, so I guess we can't complain that much that we're kind of sort of flooding. Putting the land in the graveyard doesn't really help. We can play Knuckleblade, hold up Mana Leak, but we can't haste the Knuckleblade while holding up Mana Leak. Do I want to haste out Knuckleblade? The fetch land, no, they could just crack Relic and Path. They don't need to just tap Relic. I think we wait another turn. Waiting for the 6th land seems pretty bad, though. Not sure what the game plan is here. Gideon's really good against us. This Gideon, extremely good against our deck. Another Relic, sure. I actually kind of like that. I'm not going to crack this yet because I actually want to draw another land. Disrupting Shoal. I'll show them that. Not sure how relevant transforming the aberration is, but I don't hate it. We're not getting in with these Goyfs anytime soon, so what's the plan? Double Relic makes it very easy to shut down Goyf. We can... They've missed their land drop for a while, so I do think I want to play this Knuckleblade. I'm not going to haste it. Why are we lagging? Green. Red. Not going to give it haste because we can hold up Mana Leak right now. And I think I like that more. More than dealing 4 to this Gideon, I think. If the opponent has Land Verdict, we're in a bad spot. We're going to Mana Leak this, because it's the best bet we have. Yep. Exile that. Let that resolve. We're going to grab, I think, the basic forest. The reason to get basics here is, well, part 1, our life total. Part 2, I want a top-decked Blood Moon to do something. Shutting them off of Verdict isn't that great if I'm shutting us off of all of our spells. So I do want a basic. The trouble is, if we get an island, they have Spreading Seas, so they can start hitting our mana even more. Yup. Well, we're getting an island anyways. I think we're actually just going to play out Huntmaster soon. Not really reason not to. Serum Vision's fantastic. We can keep that in hand to play around subsequent paths. We can actually start hardcasting Mandrills, which is really good. I kind of want to do that right now. We swing these Goyfs at Gideon. We're going to make them pop the Relic, I think, with this Visions. Denial on top, pretty good. Delver on top first. Not going to play this Goyf yet. Gideon. Gideon. Go to them. If the opponent had been hitting land drops all this time, we're on turn 7, by the way, for us, and we're on the draw. This would have been quite bad. Get rid of Visions. Gideon takes 2. You got something else? Gideon takes 2. Cool. Not going to play out this Tarmogoyf. Just going to wait. Land for the opponent. Entered tapped. It's kind of funny. I'm going to play out the Delver we draw, because we have a bunch more threats, and this improves our clock by quite a bit. We're going to attack with both of these Goyfs, force them to exile their path, or Snapcaster Mage to use it. The reason I'm working on this Gideon instead of just going at their life total is they can use the last 0 ability, get the emblem, and as long as Gideon doesn't die, they're in great shape. That happens. It's not good, but it's fine, because we knew they'd Verdict eventually, and we still have 3 threats in hand. Gideon's probably going to start hitting us. Oh, I like the damage prevention thing. That's nice. Untap. Draw denial. Take away a Delver. That's fine. Think I'm actually going to get the Mandrills in, getting rid of these. They have enough lands that they could activate this at their leisure. Green, blue, blue. Delve, delve, delve. They can pop the relic to get rid of our graveyard anyways whenever they want, so I'd rather just have Mandrills with denial up. Nope. That's not happening. Planeswalker rule. Definitely a boon for decks like this that like their Planeswalkers. Yep. Exile that. Another land. Good for them. At least they found some lands. Delver or Goyf? Which one comes down? Feel like it's Goyf. I don't want to play both because of Verdict. I definitely want to play one because of Gideon. No attacks for that Mandrills. Relic's probably going to make Goyf bad, but we might just put something in the bin sometime. Thought Scour would have been helpful at pretty much any point of this game. Verdict? Looks like a Verdict. Can't counter that one. What are its abilities? During... Okay. So our creatures are going to go at that Gideon. This Gideon's going to make Mandrills bad. Okay. Not sure what we do here. Foothills. Do we play that? Makes Shoal better? I mean, don't they have to? I'm confused. These are creatures that we control. Creatures, so can we just not? I mean, I definitely want to do that, but does the Mandrills... Oh, okay. So we have to actually select it. That's kind of awkward. Think I'm going to play the Huntmaster into the Verdict, because they haven't verdicted yet for the second time, and we really don't have much else going on here. I managed to not click red. Not playing out this Huntmaster is bad because right now we're very much behind on board. This Gideon's going to soak up damage. This Gideon's going to hit us in the face. Huntmaster's going to make that plan worse. If they have the Verdict, we are basically just dead. But that's okay. Colonnade also helping the opponent to make us just make us have a bad time. Here's a path, we're going to shoal that. That's the one thing we can do. Shoal Path to Exile. Let's do it. Bad cancel, here we go. X is 1. Logic Knot blows this out of the water even if we pitch the Delver. So we're not doing that. Yup. Get an island. Alright. We have all the mana. What do you got, opponent? Is it good? Further evidence that they don't have the Verdict because they would have used it. Mandrill's down. Goyf, pretty inactive. Colonnade tapped for the opponent. Exile. Instant. Draw a card. It's a Simic Charm. Does this target? This targets. That's relevant. We can finish off Gideon Jura by Simic Charm on this wolf. Or we keep the Simic Charm in hand. Attack Gideon. Think we're going to do this and play out the Delver. We're still in a terrible spot. I almost don't want to show them the Simic Charm. This Gideon is so good against us. It has so much synergy with Verdict, which is also really good against us. The release of that Gideon is probably one of the big things that makes this matchup bad. I mean, Verdict is the main reason this is our worst control matchup, because you can't counter Verdict. That can't really be understated. Cryptic, bounce this, counter that. We can't Simic Charm to stop that, so they're going to deal with our threats. And we're basically dead. They animate a Colonnade, they swing with this. Soon enough, Goyf's going to have to attack here, which means it won't be able to block. Get rid of one of the creatures. They have a Plains. They do that. Goyf can't attack well. Blood Moon. I'm not going to show them that. Gives us an extra turn, but I don't think it's worth it. Oh, sorry. My apologies, game. They're going to do that. They have to tap this? Nope. They're going to pop the Relic. Probably before damage. Oh, it doesn't actually matter because this doesn't do damage. That's fine. We can give it +3/+3, but that won't matter. Goyf down. We could have bounced this. I mean, we could have Blood Moon so they couldn't do that. But Goyf attacks this, does nothing. Then this kills us in... Well, actually, how long until this kills us? That becomes a 6/6. So these both animate and then we're dead. We can bounce one. They put it back down. We go to 6 because we would have bounced this. I think it's almost impossible that we win this game, so I'd rather not show them these two cards. That's my rationale. Let's head to the board again. Am I going to board out a Blood Moon? Dismember's not great against Gideon Jura. It hits the other Gideons. Do I want it? I kind of want to cut a Blood Moon, but at the same time, I think it's still pretty good against them. They have a lot of double white. They have a crap ton of double white. I'm going to run this back. Alright, game 3. Chart and Shoal Delver versus blue-white control. What do we got? Let's see what we can do, folks. Being on the play should help. The opponent still sideboarding. That's exciting. Usually we're the one who takes forever. We had all the threats that game, and it didn't matter because of Gideon of the Trials. To be fair, we also played around a Verdict that they didn't have, but I do think you should play around Verdict in that spot. Even though, if I didn't play around the Verdict, I maybe would have won because I just would have deployed a bunch of threats and would have had probably like 3 turns until they could have Verdict, during which I could have attacked a bunch. We're going to keep this hand because it's good. Turn 1 Delver, possibly Shoal something. Possibly cast Chart, of course, at some point. Find more lands, cast a Huntmaster. Hand looks good. If they do resolve a path, that ramps us into Huntmaster. Not something I dislike. Well, we're definitely casting one of those two. In. Take 3. Let's grab a Stomping Ground. Draw 2. Oh yeah. That feels good. I know this is basically the matchup for Chart, of course, but damn does that feel good. We shoaling something here? Yup. This. I think I'd rather have the Chart, of course, so I'm going to get rid of Simic Charm. Man, we are doing it. Do we chart a course again or do we play Goyf? I legitimately don't know. I think we play the Goyf because we have Denial up. Steam Vents? Forest? Blood Moon mana? Blood Moon mana? They're already playing around Blood Moon quite a bit. Double red? We already exiled the Simic Charm, so there's basically no reason to have double green. Why'd I fetch? I don't know why I fetched. I didn't have to fetch. If you guys can figure out a reason why I would have fetched there, please let me know. I feel like I just had a huge brain fart, but maybe there's a justification for that play. I don't think there is. What do we got? Is it a path? It's a path. Gonna try to counter it. Second path. Second path. Yes, I would love to. I will get a basic forest. Do they have a dispel as well? They paid 1. Oh, that was good. That was really good. I'll grab an island. Wouldn't mind Blood Moon now. I mean, I don't hate Goyf. Do that. Pass to them. If they have a Gideon of the Trials to make this Goyf pretty irrelevant, we're still going to attack because it enables chart. 3 mana Detention Sphere. 4 mana Gideon. That's actually not that bad. Probably makes a token. I mean, do they have a reason not to make a token? They can get more loyalty on it. Yeah. That's their play. Sure. In that case, I think we go face. Yeah, we go face. We could kill Gideon. Or we could go face. Knock them down to 5. I don't hate knocking them down to 5. I also don't hate putting the Planeswalker in the graveyard. That requires us to use the Bolt, though. I don't know who we're attacking. Okay, figure it out. We hit Gideon, we take that out. They didn't Verdict, so they don't have it yet. Or they want to get us. Not sure which. Chart a course would really inform this decision, but we can't cast that until after we attack. Assuming we want our card advantage, which we do. Who do we attack? Face Gideon. Face Gideon. Gideon can make tokens, so I'm inclined to think we should deal with that first. I'm gonna go face. Chart. We slam Blood Moon, right? There's basically no reason not to slam Blood Moon here. They can't counter it. Point 1. Stops Cryptic Command. Point 2. Probably going to stop Verdict. Point 3. We have access to all the basics we actually care about under Blood Moon. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that play a lot. That's layers. That is layers. Timestamp. Blood Moon enters, makes all non-basics mountains. Spreading Seas enters, turns this non-basic mountain into a non-basic island. We're going to draw. We are going to swing at the face. They probably block. Huntmaster or Mandrills? Not sure which I like more. I kind of want to play Huntmaster. Given that they might have a basic Plains and the Verdict, though. If they needed 3 white for... I'm just going to play this. We can hold up a Bolt. That's something. If we knew for sure they wouldn't be able to Verdict next turn, we would play out this Delver as well and just flood the board with attackers. As is, if they have Plains plus Verdict in hand, we're probably in bad shape. They might Spreading Seas our Forest. They have Cryptic Command up now. That's pretty good. Gideon makes a dude. If they don't cast a spell, Huntmaster's going to do some stuff. They might want to cast a spell. I really like that dynamic because that means they have to Cryptic now if they want a Cryptic. Which means they won't be able to tap our team. Which seems good. I'm going to bolt face. No redirection. All face all the time. Steam vents. Do we play that? I could see wanting the mana. Hey, they fixed the shocks. It didn't offer. That's fantastic. Don't think I attack with the wolf. Definitely don't attack with Huntmaster. If they have path here, not playing a threat is bad. If they don't have path here, not playing a threat is great. Gonna hope they don't have path here. They didn't. 6 minutes left on our clock. The opponent still has over 12. No, I want face, damn it. Snapcaster Mage off the top is now lethal if it resolves. The opponent's still not with double white. Something I like. They're gonna make a dude. Okay. Okay. Ooh, now we play multiple spells to get this Huntmaster to transform back. I like that. Like that a lot. What do we got? Cryptic? Bounce, Blood Moon. That's decent. They're gonna get more basics now off of the Flooded Strand. Oh, that's really good. That is really good. And we have enough mana to do everything we could want. Cast a Blood Moon. You gonna counter it? If they try to counter Blood Moon, do we just denial their counter spell? Well, they didn't try to counter it. They just wanted that, which kind of makes me not want to play a thing. But I also kind of want to transform this Ravager. Oh, that makes me sad. We're not going to transform Ravager. Don't think it's worth losing our threat to the Verdict. Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Bolt, still lethal top decks. So is Starfire, actually. Well, now we know they don't have the Verdict. Actually, it's indestructible, isn't it? They might have Verdict. We're going to take 8. No. We took 6. No? Wrath. Oh, shit. I mean, I'm going to try. Do my best. They might have a counter, but I'm going to do my best. They scooped! Woo-woo! They didn't have Verdict! Or the counter! Chart, 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 chart! This deck's sweet. Alright. That's match 4. Match 4. That was match 4. I don't know if I said match 3. If I did say match 3 at the beginning, it doesn't actually matter because it's now in the title. So there you go. You're welcome. Job done. Alright, what are we looking at here? The opponent wanted to get in with this Knight ally, which is why they didn't Wrath pre-combat. They attacked. They didn't have the Verdict. I imagine Wrath was in their sideboard. I don't see any Wrath of God in the sideboard of these blue-white control decks. Do any main deck it? It doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe it's an oddity. Maybe this person's not technically on blue-white. Maybe they're on, like, blue-white Gideons. It looks like blue-white control just plays a bunch of Gideons, so I don't know. Maybe this is a flex slot somewhere in their 75. Doesn't matter. It's not a Verdict. Denial that. Snipe. Their last card was not the counter they needed. And then, boom, untap. Both of these are lethal. And we have 3 threats left in hand? Oh yeah, that was great. So they weren't trying to get double white for Verdict, it was Wrath of God they were sitting on. That's neat. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. 3-1 so far with Chart and Shoal Delver. That's a good way to start things off with tuning this deck. Is it even tuning? Would this be better called brewing? I feel like we're just tuning a list, but I mean, it's kind of a brew. I only changed like 10 cards at the most, I don't know. Anyways, see you guys in the next one.